I'm Rose Amarado from DHR TV, and this is my video presentation from GA 105, The Contemporary World. It's all about the impact of different cultures and tradition. Hinduism is more than a religion. That Hindu philosophy comes from a wide range of beliefs from scriptures and many other varied religions literatures. The Hindu culture is one that revolves around love and respect for others. Like, for example, respect for elders is a foundation of Hindu cultures. Hindu cultures and tradition. Hindu believe in the doctrines of samsara, that continuous cycles of life, death and reincarnation, and karma. The universal law of cause and effects. One of the key thought in Hinduism is Atman, or the belief in soul. This philosophy and creatures have a soul and they are all parts of supreme soul. What is important in Hindu cultures? One of the main values of the Hindu cultures is known as Dharma. Dharma means striving for righteousness and upholding moral laws, and Hindu believe it is important to make Dharma central to life and to live to one's duties and abilities. Hindu beliefs about Dharma. Dharma stands for law, obligation, and duty. To follow one's dharma means to perform one's duties and live in a honorable way. Its Hindu religion is own dharma, and everyone follow the dharma, society would be in harmony. This is the Hindu traditions. Meditation in Hinduism. Hinduism originally Sanatana Dharma. Meditation has the basic objective of meditation is to attain oneness of the practitioner's spirits, Atma, with the omnipresence and undual Almighty Paratma, and this one's self is called as Moksha in Hinduism and Nirvana in Buddhism. Meditation. Then main cultures: marriage, family cultures, and for rituals and tradition in Indonesia. Indonesian main culture. Indonesia is centrally located along ancient trading routes between the Far East, Asian, and the Middle East, resulting in many cultures practice being strongly influenced by a multitude of religions including Buddhism, Christianity, Confucianism, Hinduism, and Islam, all strong in the major trading cities. Indonesian culture's marriage. Indonesian traditional weddings are filled with cultures, values inherited by both the bride and groom. Based on ancestral traditions, Indonesian wedding rituals are not only done with the big day. In fact, many cultures have ceremonies done on the eve before the wedding day. Indonesian family cultures. Indonesian people are very family-oriented. Family holds the most important meaning for Indonesian cultures. That relationship between each member of the family is close. Although it's rare to see family members showing their feelings and affections in Indonesian cultures. And this is the Indonesian's tradition. That doesn't mean goodbye. The death ritual of Tanah Toraja. The water buffalo cosplay Kibuan. Bloody harvest festival that was Pasola. That doesn't mean goodbye, but if your funeral would be similar to funeral in Tanah Toraja, Sulawesi, Indonesia, we might want to attend your own funeral. The people of Tanah Toraja do not regard death as morbid when persons dies. His funerals may not take place for weeks or months or even years. And the water buffalo cosplay. Water buffaloes are one of the most popular animals in Indonesia. They play a crucial role in the agricultural life. Blood Harvest Festival. The Pasola Festival takes place annually in the Indonesian island of Sumba, ushering in the bountiful harvest. It involves huge amount of bloodshed. Two young boys and their horses, they play in ocean and Nihiwatos, Zumba. Horses play an important role in Zumbanese cultures and distinguish Zumba for the rest of Indonesian. And this is the Korean cultures and traditions. Korean cultures. Korean is profoundly influenced by Confucian principles and this provides not only personal lives but also business. Confucianism supports group harmony, respect for elders and authority, the importance of family, friendship, and ancestors, and also the traditions. Korean tradition clothes handbook is the traditional attire of the Korean people, worn daily up until just 100 years ago. Hanbok comes in various shapes and colors, reflecting the cultures and lifestyle. It is only worn on special occasions or anniversaries. The next one is Korean traditional house. An hanbok is a traditional Korean house. Hanok were first designed and built in the 14th century during the Joseon dynasty. In the interior of house is also planned accordingly. Korean and the next one is Korean tradition sports. Taekwondo is the national game in South Korea. It is often claimed to have historical origins in the Korean peninsula, with the origins said to have been traced for us as the 1st century BCE. Traditional foods in Korea. Korea source the spicy national dish kimchi has begun popping up in the supermarkets and the restaurant menus in Europe. And this is the Japanese cultures and traditions. Japanese cultures is intertwined with sports, whether it be kendo and kyudo, originally developed for the hunting, combat, judo, a combat sports with the philosophical aim of perfecting one's character in the most sea culture sports experience. Sumo, the ancient central ritual that has represented Japan as a national sports. Japanese culture's foods. Sushi is one of the best known Japanese foods around the world. Sushi as sashimi. Sashimi is another most tried foods. Saba, noodles, and udon and tempura. Japanese culture sports. Sports in Japan are a significant part of Japanese culture's traditions, such as sumo and martial arts, and Western sports like basketball and associations are popular with the participants and spectators. Sumo considered as Japan national sports. Japanese tradition arts. Japanese arts cover a wide range of art style and media, including ancient pottery, sculptures, ink painting, and calligraphy on. Chinese cultures and traditions. Chinese culture. Chinese culture is one of the world's oldest cultures, tracing back to the thousands of years ago. Important components of Chinese culture include the ceramics and architectures and the music. China's region cultures. China is a country with a great diversity of the religion beliefs. The main religions are Buddhism, Taoism, Catholicism, and Protestantism. Citizens of China may freely choose to express their religion beliefs and make clear their religion's affiliation. Food cultures in China. There is a Beijing Chusen, Hunan or Hubei Chusen, Shanghai Chusen, Sichuan Chusen, Contest Chusen Hack. The most well-known as Chusens are Swiss wine and contents. They use a lot for chili paste, red pepper, and hot oil in their foods. They drink traditional in China with a rich story of then 5,000 years. China enjoy many tradition festivals that you may encounter a trap of China, such as the Spring Festival, Lantern Festival, Thumb Sweeping Day, and the Dragon Festivals and Mid-Autumn Day, each with its features. And that would be all of my presentation. Thank you and God bless.